is they're telling you their side, but you just want the facts. And that's why you come to me. I give you the statistics without spin. Out of 116 million working age Nigerians, 35.5 million are employed full-time. That's 30%. I give you the context. I give you the history. I fight fake news with facts.
Kayode. No, Kayode, I will let you talk. Kayode, I will let you talk if you let me talk. Kayode.
That's why more and more Lagosians are tuning in.
500,000 Lagosians.
720,000.
970,000.
Over 1 million Lagosians, they know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
Well done, Sandra, all to going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
Hello, Lagos. Good afternoon. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day: 167 new confirmed COVID cases over the weekend. It's 100 more cases than last weekend. So please take your precautions, I beg. Limit your movements. Wear a mask when you go out. Keep your distance from people when you can. And wash and sanitize your hands as frequently as possible. And while you are at it, I beg, go and get vaccinated. A friend of mine and I were having a conversation today, and I was telling him how very proud I am of him that he's gotten his vaccine. He registered to do it and had to travel to Calabar for work, and then just came back into town and went and got his first shot. That's right. So you can walk into any primary health center of your choosing and get your first shot, because the first shot is being administered again. Second hard fact of the day: voter registration is ongoing, and you can register online. Just go to cvr.inecnigeria.org. cvr.inecnigeria.org. That's cvr.inecnigeria.org. Go and register there. If you just turned 18, if you were over 18, you've never registered to vote, you've never voted before, the process has started. Please register online. If you'd like to transfer your polling unit, you can also put in a request online. If all 1 million Lagosians who listen to this show do this, say perhaps that by some miracle they all just turned 18. We'll have a formidable force on our hands. And hey, 1 million Lagosians cannot be wrong. They keep listening to hard facts. So join them and keep listening to this show. Starting with the big weekend, let's talk about the Yoruba Nation rally that held on Saturday and the police crackdown. Then let's talk about the young lady who was killed during that rally. And then let's talk about the proposed amendment to the Electoral Act that would ban electronic transmission of results. Chikwudi will bring you checkpoint today. Hopefully he'll have a representative from the Lagos State Police Command come on to talk about security in Lagos. These traffic robberies, these just high crime in multiple parts of Lagos, multiple areas in Lagos. What's the police doing about it? That's a conversation he'll have from 4 o'clock. On today's big hard fact, let's talk about traffic management in Lagos. We're going to talk about how LASMA can improve its interactions with the public. Now, as usual, we'll bring you the latest updates every hour on the hour, but let's get started with today's big weekend.
The big weekend.
How was Saturday's Yoruba Nation rally? Should the Electoral Act require or ban electronic transmission of results? And should Igboho's house have been raided? It was a big weekend, Lagos. Let's talk about it. The Yoruba Nation rally held, after all, Saturday morning. Hundreds of people trooped to Gani Fawemi Park in Ojota to declare. Now, remember, the SSS raided Sunday Igboho's house last week. He was one of the rally's organizers, but Igboho and the IOO said that the rally should go on. The IOO is the Liano Omo Odua. They are the umbrella body organizing the rally. And so Saturday morning, people showed up. If you're watching us on Facebook, I'm showing you footage after footage of people at this rally on Saturday. You can also see the police there. We saw a massive show of force by the police command. They had scores of officers. They had cars. They had an armored personnel carrier. They lined the streets before the protests. But the protesters still came. And so the police confronted them with water cannons and tear gas. If you're watching our live stream, I'm showing that to you. Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. That's our live stream. We also have YouTube, where we're streaming live. YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. It was interesting to see the police with all of that equipment and all of that personnel. It was interesting. I mean, we've been talking about the deteriorating security situation in Lagos here on Hard Facts week after week. And one of the issues that you guys keep raising is there isn't a police presence at the known trouble spots. So if the police can show up for this rally, how come they are not showing up for crime? How come they're not showing up enough for crime? Incidentally, on that same Saturday morning of the rally, we had a gunfight near Tinkan between rival gangs. So the police show up en masse to stop a rally in Ojota, but they are absent from a gunfight at Tinkan. Now, I should point out that this is not the first Yoruba Nation rally. The IOO has staged these rallies in all the other southwest states as well. And we didn't get reports from those states of police cracking down on those rallies. So the question is, why is the Lagos situation different? Why is it different? The police have said that they arrested over 40 suspects at the rally who they claim were carrying various arms. But the IOO insists that nobody at the rally was armed. And that these people who were arrested, these arrested suspects, are simply being harassed by the police. My first question for you today, Lagos, is were you at the rally? Were you at the Yoruba Nation rally? Do you know anybody who was arrested? Do you know anybody who was at the rally? Tell us what happened. I've played video of the police's treatment of those who were there. We're seeing them beat people. We're seeing them shoot people with tear gas. We're watching them spray people with water from their tanks. What did you witness if you were there? What are your thoughts? You've also heard the response of the police themselves. So Lagos, tell me what you think. Women call me on 014657190. Men call me on 0700993 014657190 for women. For men, 070993 You can also send us messages via WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 080-959-75805. I'm going to play for you something that the Commissioner for Police said to the press on that Saturday, but we'll talk to Ruben in Yaba first and then come back and play that audio. Hello, Ruben. How are you?
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, I wasn't at the rally, but I was following it, on social media, and I was really happy that, we are used to, when we want to protest in Nigeria, I think we are used to three things. We know that the police is going to shoot us, harass us, tear gas us, issue canisters on us. We know that Agbero, led by APC politicians, are going to take their guns and shoot and cause problems. So, we know this thing. And yet, the youth continue to come out and exercise their fundamental human rights, which is right to free assembly. I think it's the best thing to ever happen to Yoruba. Yoruba youth are suffering. The social media that is helping us, to flourish, they have cut it off. They have dragged it off. So the Yoruba youth are going through so much. So I'm very happy that we came out And the Nigerian police, they need to investigate for their crime against the Yoruba humanity. Thank you very much, ma'am.
All right. Thank you for calling us, Ruben. 99.3. Hello.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
This is Ibekule.
Hi, Bukinle. Good to have you on the show. Long time.
Hello?
Hello, Bukinle. Long time.
Okay, it has been a while. Thank you, my sister.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Now, my take on Igboho, one, whether his house should be raided or not, that house will have been raided long ago. You know, this is a man who has been showing videos that we should get that they should get youth guns. That whenever they ask them that who got them guns, that they say Sunday Igboho gave them guns. He has been saying that with effrontery. You get it now?
Okay.
Then again, the way his house was raided, the security told us they had intel. And as a result of that, they moved in swiftly. Whether with warrant or not, that is a question for another day. And he can challenge that in court. He has a lawyer. You get my point now?
Okay.
And in law, whether how information is got or not, is a subject for another day. Since the evidence is there, the exhibit is there, and getting to the house, according to the DSS report, there was a gun duel between his age and the DSS. Two persons were gunned down. Of course, one of the men were equally injured on the other side of the DSS here. And at the end of it all, weapons were recovered, ammunition, amulet, and a lot of shams. And as a result of that, they declared this man wanted. He should go and face the DSS. He should submit himself. If he's a man of himself, he should submit himself to the authority. Let's see whether the DSS is wrong or not. That is my candid opinion for Sunday Igboho. He should submit himself to the authority. Please.
All right. Thank you very much. It's interesting that he went straight to Igboho because, we have the identities of the two men who were allegedly killed during that raid. One of them was Sunday Igboho's uncle, and the other man is named Saheed Adisa, who worked with Igboho. In fact, mourners have been trooping to Adisa's home all weekend to pay their respects. This morning on the Morning Crossfire, you heard Sheriff talk about Igboho's lawyers demanding an apology from the SSS and asking for 500 million naira as compensation for property damaged in the raid, including cars. Igboho's lawyers are insisting that the raid was illegal and unconstitutional. For their part, the SSS says that they retrieved arms and ammunition from Igboho's house during the raid, and like you heard from Ibikunle, they've declared Igboho wanted, and he's been asked to turn himself in. Now, Lagos, you can talk about that as well as the Yoruba Nation rally. We're going to come back to the Yoruba Nation rally in a bit, but what do you think about the raid on Igboho's house? Do you agree or disagree that the raid was illegal and that the government owes him compensation? 99.3. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for calling.
Okay, so I think my opinion on this is I'll first start with the foundation on which our country is built is really faulty. Okay. But if we should go back to our independence, because for me, for a very long time, I was not interested about Nigerian politics and all. But because of the issues happening, people are going back. And if you go back to our history, it is very sad. Same thing keeps happening. Same thing. We have 60 years. Yes, nothing. People keep agitating. It is not about the Ojuku. It's not about the Awolowo. It is the Igbo fight. It is beyond this. These people are just opportune to be around at this time.
Okay.
Take out Igboho, people will still come out to agitate for a better country. It is not working. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Let's see bandits everywhere. Go to the north and see what is happening. So why are they not doing something about the north? Or is the north more powerful than us? This is just what brings about inequality, corruption, and all. We are tired. The government should be truthful to themselves. You can't keep subjecting us to all of this and you expect us not to cry out. You can't keep subjecting us. We are tired of this country. It is not working. People are dying every day. Go to from 1960 to this time. How they keep killing youth, killing people. Being in Nigeria, it's a hell for everybody. Let's tell ourselves. It's not about. It's not about Sunday Igboho. It's not about Nnamdi Kanu. It's not about them. It's about the foundation on which this country is built. Do something about it. Okay, now we are talking about structuring Nigeria. Are they doing anything about it? What are they doing about it? We're here going around romancing the issues. People are not saying the truth. We have leaders that want everybody dead. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Even if you take out these people will still come out tomorrow. 10 of Sunday Igboho will still rise up. Go to our history. It is sad. You see people, it is sad. We have a very sad history in Nigeria. People will still come out agitating. We don't want this. Let us go. Stop killing us. This country is not working. Let each region develop themselves. We are not getting any development since 1960 to this point. We are 60 years, yet nothing. It's a very sad development. We should be truthful to ourselves.
Thank you very much for calling. Sagbe Jais in Ikorodu, good to have you on the show.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You see, the problem I have in my life is human behavior. Man attitude to man is not good on health. Some people will say good thing today, tomorrow they will say bad thing. Too bastarded people. What is happening in Nigeria? We need good governance in this country. Since 1960, are we enjoying ourselves? No lights, no good road. Fella was protecting this thing for us in cases. They kill Fella now. Another people rose up like Gani Poweni. Did we vote for him? He's a lawyer. Nobody voted for him. I don't know what Nigeria wants. We will keep on talking. And some people will rose up, they will say they will fight for you. You will see niggas people. Look at Igboho now. They kill people in the state. He rose up against the killer X-Men. The president that spoke to you now that is calling from the community and said this. Can he do that? Get someone that are killing people and government are there supporting them. We told them that we don't want Ruga. They want to bring Ruga. They knocked that one out. And someone in Bauchi, governor, said that he's giving these people arms to be securing themselves. Nobody stopped that. It is Igboho they are talking about. What has Igboho done to people in this country? Igboho is our savior or is our enemy? I don't know. This government has been there since 1960. Nothing was changed, and some people will be supporting them because they are from their party. If you don't tell ourselves the truth, if you don't tell ourselves the truth, one day all of us are going to drop dead. Good morning, Nigeria. Thank
you very much, Sagwe Jah, for calling. It's interesting that he talked about voting Fawemi because another big story this weekend was the Electoral Act. Right now, the National Assembly is debating proposed amendments to the Act to take effect before the 2023 polls. Right now, it's still at the committee stage. The Senate Committee on INEC and the House of Reps Committee on Electoral Matters. They've been working together to produce a draft amendment for the two full chambers to discuss, and debates will start in the Red Chamber tomorrow. But already, there is a lot of controversy. The contents of the drafts are now public, and one of the proposals is to ban electronic transmission of results. So let's explain what this all means. Up until the 2019 elections, transmission of result was purely manual. After voting ends, the INEC official at the polling unit writes down the result on the result sheet, Form EC8A. That form, that EC8A, is then sent by car, by boat, or by foot to the collation center. At the collation center, INEC writes down all the results from all the EC8As in the collation center result sheet from Form EC8B. So that's what currently happens. Now, here's the problem with that. Let's say that somebody wants to rig the election. Let's say that they're able to bribe the collation center officers. Those officers can simply write a different result at the collation center that doesn't reflect the polling units. So to stop this, INEC introduced electronic transmission. We saw them use it in the Ondo and Edo Guba elections. The way it works is, when election is over, the polling unit officer enters the result into a device. That device updates the server at the collation level, so now nobody can tamper with the result at collation level. But now, this proposed amendment to the Electoral Act is specifically saying that transmission of results should not be electronic. That's all we're hearing now. Now, one reason we're hearing for this change is that some lawmakers feel that electronic transmission cannot work in parts of the country where internet connectivity is poor. But you have others who are saying, well, why not make it optional? Why ban it for everyone? Multiple civil society organizations are coming out to oppose this proposal. They say it's an attempt to enshrine rigging. According to them, the Ondo and Edo elections have proven that electronic transmission helps fight rigging. And so anybody who wants to ban it wants to encourage rigging. Is that a sentiment you share? Do you think the Senate and the reps should pass this version of the Electoral Act amendment bill, which bans electronic transmission of results? Women, call me on 01465 7190. 01465 7190. Men, call me on 0700 993 993 993. 0700 993 993 993. We're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. We've also got WhatsApp where you can share your thoughts. WhatsApp is 080 959 75805. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, ma'am?
Shoma from Abuleba.
Good to have you here.
Yes. What did Sunday Igboho do? You see, one thing about this, our nation, that gets one upset is this. Once upon a time, nobody knew anything about Sunday Igboho. He was a nobody. It was as a failure, the failure of the state, make all these non-state actors active. You swore an oath to protect, to defend. Number one thing is that you are going to protect properties and lives. And this thing, you are not doing it. People are being killed, raped, maimed. You look the other way around because it's your brothers. And somebody came that, no, you can't kill my people. Let me defend them. And, you know, if a Fulani man should carry AK-47, who licensed him? With audacity. They are the one encouraging all these things. They are killing, they are maiming. It's illegal. It's unconstitutional. And we vehemently reject the action of the DSS in Sunday Igboho's house. No matter whatever. Sandra, the thing is this. All these people, the elites, they don't learn from history. See what is happening in Tuareg. If that one, the minority group that have been, there is no amount of gun, bullets that can stop people that are determined to get their freedom. When were we captured like this? What did they do? These people, they arrested on Saturday. What did they do? Did they carry gun? Well,
the police is claiming that they were armed.
It's wrong. It's a lie. Nigerian police are liar. Which armed? How many people did they shoot? How many people did they shot that very day? They are on one spot doing their rally. They came with all the ammunition. How many? What are they? Why are they afraid of the South? Why are they afraid? And if the Southerners know, if they can know if the airlines, because of the money they are carrying up and down, that money will fail them all. This is the time of liberation. They cannot kill all of us at a spot.
Choma, thank you very much for calling. If you just tuned into the show, we've talked about the Yoruba Nation rally. We've talked about INEC transmission of results. We've talked about the latest developments with Igboho's house invasion. I mean, we even have Southern governors meeting in Lagos today. And part of their agenda is to discuss the invasion of Sunday Igboho's house, you know. So there's so much going on all over the country. And on Nigeria Info, we do our best to carry all of these stories. By the way, One of the biggest stories breaking today is the abduction of 17 Baptist students. More than 100 Baptist students in Kaduna. Now, more than 17 have returned, but more than 100 are still missing. So that's a huge story that broke just before we started the show. 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? What's your name?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Just Lokoye on the line.
Welcome.
See, I laugh when people talk about Igboho. To me, I just see it that we Yorubas and some other people, we are not cooperative. I think such a thing should not be even asked if we were together. I mean Yorubas. Imagine some people are still condemning Igboho. Is it on killing like X-Men? See, Gumi is going to interview bandits with DSS, military personnel, and the politicians are not going after them. Federal government is not going after them. Imagine such a thing. Igboho that is trying to protect people from bandits, they are going after them. Gbogbo alamaje breakfast, last. Honestly, it will get to everybody. Now, if they quench what Igboho is doing, they think nobody is going to come up again. In fact, thousands of Igboho will come together at once.
All right. We've got Benson from Ikota who says, Sandra, I hope those waiting or enduring until 2023 can notice the plan by the government to retain power. Any surprise why we are seeing massive defections? Which way in Nigeria? Benson from Ikota, I thank you for your message. Sandra, my name is Jide from Ikorodu. Honestly, the killings, inequality and injustice in Nigeria is no longer bearable. Okay, all right. Sandra, believe me, the electoral bill will pass only if it remains as is. That is, not recognizing electronic transmission. All of them know that they are not coming back if it goes electronically. Very soon, Buhari will tell you he'll not sign because it arrived very close to the election. Thank you for your message. More messages here. Sandra, I have a friend that police arrested, and when they took him to the police station, they put guns and ammunition on him. Please, the person who is the second caller when you started your program said if Sunday Igboho is his brother and they destroy his property like that, can he be happy? If they kill people in his house, will he be happy? That's a message from Adewale. Adewale, I think you're talking to Ibikunle. Okay, thank you for your message, Adewale. If not for electronic transmission, Obaseki would have lost the Edo elections, no matter how loud the people cry. And who said you need GSM alone for signal to be transmitted? We have other communications technology that can be easily deployed just for the polls. They know better, but for their fraudulent intentions. I'm an electronic and communications engineer. That's a message from Odimba. Odimba, thank you very much. And I'm glad that you sent us this message because I'm going to try and get in touch with you. Perhaps we'll do some episode next week where you be our guest. We've got more people who are sending us messages via WhatsApp. It's not a surprise that they are moving against free and fair electoral processes. That's a message from Japheth in Apapa. Japheth also says, what right does our security agents have to take the life of innocent people in the cover of hunting for freedom fighters? Yet they will not arrest armed herdsmen who perpetrate the killings, who perpetrate all kinds of atrocities. Can anyone help me understand? Gumi reported when interviewed that he and the authorities are one. The government did not object to that, meaning that they are complicit with the bandits. How then are they after Igboho and others? Please, I don't understand. Japheth from Apapa, thank you for your message. Women, call us on 014657190. Were you at the rally on Saturday? How was the Yoruba Nation rally? How did that go? If you're watching us live on Facebook, I'm showing you footage of all the people who trooped out. I mean, we saw women wearing their white and white. I'm showing you pictures of that. We saw women wearing, I don't know, what does that signify? If you're Yoruba and you know what that means, could you please educate me? Because I saw that I was very intrigued by that. So what does the white and white signify? And then you also had traditional religion worshippers also troop out en masse for the rally as well. You had all kinds of people. It was very, very crowded, even though you had heavy police presence at this thing. It was very heavily policed. So, people came out anyway. Our live stream is Nigeria Info 99.3 on Facebook. YouTube is Nigeria Info FM. What is that white and white outfit that the women were wearing? If you're watching on Facebook, I'm showing you the women right now. That white and white outfit, what is it? What does it signify? Who wears it? Who's allowed to wear it in Yoruba culture? So that I can be learning. Okay. And then, of course, do you think that the Electoral Act should require electronic transmission of results, or do you think it should ban it? 99.3. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, ma'am? Hello? Hello? Oh, sorry about that. Call back if you can. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yes, I'm Jane, calling from Surulere.
Hi, Jane.
Yes, Sandra, I want to tell you a truth.
Okay.
We feel we are the cause of our problem.
Okay.
We really need to go back to God for mercy, because if you read the book of First Samuel, when the children of Israel came to Samuel and said, "We are tired of God becoming a king. We want to be like other nations." And God told them, Samuel told them the condition of the king that was coming to rule you. They said, "No, we want him." And at the end of the day, what happened? God told them that this man that is coming, Saul that is coming to rule you, he will increase taxes, he will collect your land, he will oppress you. He gave them all the conditions. The children of Israel still insisted that they wanted him. At the end of the day, what happened? In 2015, even before 2015, what happened? The innocent Jonathan that was ruling them, this same government worked against him. How will you, government, give appointment to the principal of Chibo girls than to other teachers? This same government awarded them contract.
Do you have proof of that? Do you have proof of that? Do you have proof of what you're saying?
Of course. Let them go to the press and find out. I got the information from the press.
Which press? Because I've never heard this before.
Okay, you've never heard it.
I've never heard this.
Heard it. I heard it in one of the Lagos radio. This same government. So what are we saying? Look at the injustice. Okay, you're saying that was Tijani, the captain, army captain, who was involved in the killing of intelligence response team. Why do we call him? What has happened to that case? It has died off. Nobody is talking about it again. And the same Tijani has been promoted to a major. Who is deceiving who in this country?
Okay, go ahead.
As from the 9th Assembly, I am not surprised, because they are rubber stamps. They can pass any bill. They don't care. What they are just there for their own interest, and that is what they are there for. But until we Nigerians go back to God, what we do is talking grammar will not help us. We just need to go back to God and tell God to show us mercy, because it is our ignorance that has kept us this way. And God has given us the soul that is tormenting us now. So we just need to go to God and tell him we are sorry.
Okay, thank you very much for calling. Now, of course, that talk about the principal being given a contract or being made a commissioner, that's I don't think that's accurate, because I'm running a quick search online at the moment and I'm not seeing any reports about that. I mean, no credible reports from any credible media outlet. So I'm not sure that that's accurate. I would ask you to disregard that information that you just heard. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. 99.3.
Yeah, Auntie Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to have you on the show.
This is Mr. Frank. I'm calling from Ojo Alaba.
Good to have you on the show.
Yes. You see, I'm not surprised that Slight Assembly is trying to kick against the electronic voting.
Okay.
Because it's going to be one of the signs that we should know that they want to return their tenure. They want to return their birthright. Because if you look at it now, you will see it is very, very clear to them. Now, all the whole judges now has been changed. They fix their own. Chief of staff now, they have put in their own. On EFCC, their own. Police IG now, their own people. Now, they want to enforce this open grazing or grazing of anything across the whole nation so that they will use their own people and run around the whole nation so that once 2023 comes, anybody that says they will burn down the whole state. And that is their mind, that is their end. But if it will hold, it will hold. If it will not hold, they cannot stay there for the next election because it is going to be shared. It is not their own, it is not their birthright. No person, nobody has done that in this country. But in as much as they have come to this country to mislead us, then you know that you have misled us. For you to go, carry all your money you have captured as a phone have gone, then you still want to return so that people will keep dying every day by day. It will not work. Unless if God said they should keep doing what they are doing, let them continue. But if it is not good for him, for his eyes, let him help us. Because if anybody comes out, they will be arrested. We are talking about Nnamdi Kanu. Now it has come to Yoruba. Nobody knows tomorrow. Now look at people that is dying, but this Nnamdi Kanu is still alive. The people have died on behalf of him. Now, see Sunday Igboho, people have been arrested. People have died. Look at the young girl that died on Saturday. He doesn't know Sunday Igboho. Many other people. Nobody knows who is going to be the next person. But who will survive it. But I pray that their plan will not. They can never succeed.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Frank. Thank you very much for calling. Incidentally, that's our last story on the show today. The young woman who was allegedly killed on Saturday during the Yoruba Nation rally. She was a bystander, a sales lady that was at work. Now, the police have denied involvement in the death, but the Lagos state government has ordered an investigation. We will try to keep our eye on that story, see how it unfolds. But Lagos, I want to hear from you. I mean, is there a way for people to have protests in Lagos, in Abuja, in any part of the country without it ending somebody's life? A 25-year-old, according to her mother, if you believe what the Punch has written, just minding her business, selling her goods in front of her shop, and reports say a bullet out of nowhere just kills her, ends her life, because people came out to do something legal. Because don't forget that protests are legal. They're legal. Now, I did say that I was going to play you a video from the Commissioner of Police in Lagos. And, he was surrounded by pressmen and women. And they were trying to, get certain information from him. If you're watching on Facebook, I'm going to play that footage for you one more time. But if you cannot watch, here's the audio.
You can see that they have needed our advice. Check that mic. It's not on. Come out and do their long business. The mic is not on. Who is holding the mic? There are procedure. There are procedure in protesting. There are procedure even in the letter. And there are contents of the letter. So to be, if you want to protest now, we tell you, we are going on protest from social place to social place at social time and doing this. The spokesperson of the coalition said they were written to the police. Well, he said they wrote to the police. Are you denying that there was a letter, sir? Sir, did you receive a protest letter, sir? Did you? I don't know what to understand by protest letter. Okay, we will come out. Sir, will they be tear gas and arrested?
Pressmen and women asking the Commissioner for Police here in Lagos really tough questions. Hakeem Udumosu, that's whose voice you heard, trying to answer questions. And right after he spoke with pressmen and women, addressing them and talking about, well, there's a procedure for doing protests, we started to see the rest of the footage. If you're watching our live feed, you're seeing police people, or at least people who are wearing police uniforms, beating up some protesters that they caught. You're seeing them throwing water at the protesters. You're seeing them tear gas the protesters. You're seeing reporters running for cover as well. It was chaotic, really. It really was. And sadly, it ended in death for one young woman. When you think about the fact that the Supreme Court has ruled that you do not need to inform the police before you protest, that you do not need permission from the police before you protest, you have to ask again and again, how do we get to a point in Nigeria where protests can happen and nobody is arrested, nobody is paraded, nobody is killed? 0700-993-993-993 01465-7190 01465-7190 0700-993-993-993. We've got WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Victor in Victoria Island, how are you?
Okay, Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, it's unfortunate what happened on Saturday. And I think we all have right to protest. And what the government is doing, they are creating problems for themselves. Not even the Nigerians. The few politicians and those who are feeding from politicians, they are creating problems for themselves and their families. Okay, in terms of the Electoral Act that they refuse to sign because they don't want electronic transmission, that is, they are digging their grave, not the people of Nigeria. Those politicians, I can assure them that they are digging. Let them go ahead and continue killing innocent people and leave their brothers and their brothers, Boko Haram and the Fulani herdsmen.
You can't say that the Boko Haram and Fulani herdsmen are the brothers of politicians. I mean, you simply can't say that. Come on. I mean, come on now. You can't say that. Sorry. Huh? All right. Thank you. 99.3. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Ayo.
Hi, Ayo.
Calling from Yaba.
Good to have you on the show.
Yeah. To your question, how can we end protests not being violent? Is that the question?
How do we have protests in the country where we don't have high-handed treatment from security agents?
Oh, okay. This very government that is in power used these protests as their tool while they were trying to get out the former government. So they knew the impact of this protest. That is the reason they are against protests in Nigeria presently. Until we have a free-minded people in power who will have ears to listen to the cry of the citizens, that is when protests can go freely without being harassed, without being how do I put it?
Killed.
Without anybody being killed in this country. Okay. The people in power knew what protest is when they were outside government. So they don't want that same tool to work against them. That's my opinion.
Thank you for calling to share it. You know, incidentally, this ruling that you don't need police permit to protest came in a case that was brought by President Buhari before he was president. Did you know that? When he was in the ANPP. I think it was in 2007. Yeah, he went to court and the Supreme Court told him you have a right to protest. That's why we have that ruling today that you don't need permission from the police. You don't need to, like the commissioner said, inform the police that you want to protest. So why do we, more than 10 years later, still have a situation where people cannot go out and protest and not be certain that they will not be harassed? If you're watching our screen right now, you're seeing a man, a giant of a man, surrounded by more than 7 police officers. They're beating him, they're slapping him, they're punching him, and someone's recording. We've got Oluwashola in Bariga on the line. Oluwashola, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for
Let
calling.
me start from when you asked for the women in white. That's why it's a time for peace.
Okay.
And those people, maybe people go to them when they need child.
Okay.
They pray for them. Some people, when they sick, they go to them as well.
Okay. What are they
Not
called?
for anything.
What are they called?
They call them, I don't know, different people. They call some Yaoshun, different name, but it's for peace anyway.
Okay.
They
Okay,
are
so
not for-
so that they white and came to the protest was a sign that they were peacefully demonstrating.
Yes.
I
yes,
see.
yes,
Okay. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's talk on the child here. You see, the child is 14 years. Okay. Even you need to do more investigation on that. But some
Well,
people
the punch is reporting that the child is 25. That the mother said the child is
I was
25.
watching live, and I saw the mother. Yes, and the mother. Yesterday, I cannot describe how she was, even how she's going to be today.
Yeah.
She said that is her first child, and she has no husband again.
Yeah.
She's the one going to sell something all of them are using to feed. She's the one, because you see that the woman is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so people that are trying to change the story, that is why they come up with 24, 25, so that they can say it's not the one, because police deny the killing. Yes, how we can stop this now, since we know that our security agents don't want protest. With what this is open something, look, they are just trying to hide it, which they cannot hide it. You know that the lady, when the mother of that, yes, she went to police station. And the police said if she does not leave their place now, they are going to shoot her as well. Is that proper? Is that the country we want? I'm calling because I want good things to happen in this country. That is why I wake up early in the morning, see what is going on. And yet, anyway, with this one now, I want somebody to charge Odumosu because he went there with arm. He even harmed himself. They need to charge him and charge Lagos State. That will end this, so that this will not continue again. Buhari, in 2007, he went to Ganifa-Wehimi. When the Ganifa-Wehimi did protest in 2023, someone said the man came out. Yes, he came out. Do you know what politicians told the people? Politicians told the people that this man, he has money. Do you want to vote for him? If you vote, that is going to steal your money. And the man didn't even listen to that. She even told them to collect their money, don't vote for them. Let me say this. He was attacked on his home by hoodlums. They nearly killed the man. On election day in 2023, when the election was reached, in Alawusa here, the man was tear gas and he fell down. They see tear gas. It was that effect of that tear gas affected him not to come out in 27, and he raised up Buhari up that people should vote for him. I'm not telling like the fact. They can ask Buhari himself. The media can ask him. He raised up his hand, and now they don't want people to protest because they don't want to expose what is hidden. Nobody can hide truth. It's like water. Everything will come out. They should let us have peace in this country. Thank you. Let me just...
Oluwashola, thank you for calling. 99.3. Hello?
Hello, Madam Sandra.
Good to have you on the show. Yes. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel.
Hi, Emmanuel.
From Lekki.
Welcome.
Just to contribute to the topic on this program.
Okay.
So, I would like to ask, is this protest that held in Lagos on Saturday, is it not being held in another state? Is anybody being killed?
No.
Okay. And this is where we need to investigate this issue. Because these guys have been going around to protest in another state and nobody is being killed. And why the police are denying this issue? So they need to come out. They need the government, everybody need to come out and sit and solve this problem once and for all. I don't think using power in anywhere, in any other country, they are being protested. Nobody is using power. So why are our police, why are they doing this? Peaceful protest, these guys are out there to protest, to demand for what they want. Even though if you don't want it, there is a way to go about it and call these guys to the order and call them and talk to them. It's not by killing people, it's not by using force on them. Please, I think government need to talk. They need to talk to these guys. This is not the right way to go. This is not the right way. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, let's go to WhatsApp and see the comments we have there. My name is Solomon from Olodia Papa. Nigerians are hypocrites, especially the so-called Yoruba nation sympathizers. All the events happening around Igboho, doesn't it sound similar to that of IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu saga, except in a smaller ratio? When the army and police attacked IPOB in their peaceful protests, the media reported it as a clash between IPOB and police and army. And if IPOB narrates their stories, y'all will demand of proof or say it's from old events or other countries. See, this thing will touch everybody. For Igboho and his sympathizers, it serves them right. I believe the DSS story, I beg. We've got that comment from Solomon in Olodia Papa. Solomon, thank you for your message. Madam Sandra, the solution to this government of Nigeria is that we should decentralize our system of government, whereby each region will control their resources and control their people with their languages. Sandra, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba do not love themselves. If Igbo man rules this nation by 2023, the same problem now we go deal. All right. Thank you for your message. You don't leave your name, though, but we're grateful you sent us a message today. Sylvanus Aburime says, Sandra, how on earth would any reasonable person expect a man to have a large cache of arms in his house in readiness for war and still keep his family there? Sunday Igboho should be commended for standing up against enemies of the Yoruba race, and this is the time to show him solidarity. Please, Nigerians should come out to oppose our enemies in the National Assembly in their diabolical quest to perpetrate rigging in this country while we still have the time, because if we wait for them to pass that vexatious electoral bill before we start to shout, then too bad. Sylvanus, thank you very much for your message. The masses are nobody to our political class, Japheth says. Protests can happen without interruption only if it is carried out by politicians guided by their political thugs. As for the masses, we are seen by the government as men without rights. This is why we don't participate in primary elections to elect candidates of our choice for general elections. They choose for us and then ask us to vote. Again, we want electronic voting to manage amongst the choices they present to us from their primary, and they still say no. Our political class is our problem. Japheth, thank you very much for your message. Sandra, those in power are blocking I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to say, but Landry, thank you for attempting to say it. We've got Prince from Ibejuleki, who says, granting INEC power to employ electronic voting and preventing them from transmitting results electronically is a tragedy. The excuse of few communities in the northeast without network is unacceptable, and it will encourage rigging. The same Borno state, with all the insurgency in 2015, declared more than 2 million votes, far more than the southeast put together, as a result of manual voting and transmission. And this is what they want to continue to perpetuate. All right. Thank you very much for your message. We've got somebody who sends a shout out to Frank in Alaba. That's a message from Muyiwa Olarenwaju in New York. And Muyi says, electronic transfer of results is the best. Nigerians should hit the streets if the federal government refuses. All right. Thanks for your message. I baffle at the way our security are quick to react to harmless, helpless citizens, but are so slow when it comes to cracking down on crimes. Misplaced priorities by our military officials. I stand with electronic transmission. We don't want rigging anymore. Anybody against it is an enemy of the state. They don't want to leave the seats. That's a message from Josh in Magodo. Josh, thank you very much for your message. Let's go very quickly to Facebook, where we have a few messages as well. I'll try and take as many of them as I can. Olumade Dikpo says, see the way police and DSS, they pack Juju from Baba Yuba Nation and his children. All right. Blessing Ashamole says, Sandra, once again, I want to know, can DSS invade someone's house without court order? Please let us know. Blessing from Victoria Island sending that message. Thank you, Blessing. Alex Morgan says, it's only in this country that DSS will invade. Oh, well, that message is gone. I love live streams. All right. We'll keep the conversation going. Chukwudi is about to talk security with you on Checkpoint. And when he's done on today's Big Hard Fact, I will have the general manager of LASMA on the show with us at 5 o'clock. We're going to talk about how LASMA's interactions with the public can improve. Don't miss that conversation at 5 o'clock.
News.
Former Nigerian ambassador to the United States.
Sports.
That's the Belgian who doesn't miss. Bottom right corner, Manchester City.
And the best talk. Best talk. All at your fingertips on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
And now,
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's